This is Steve Adubato UNCUT. I'm here with my favorite Peloton instructor, Jenn Sherman. Jenn, how you doing?
I'm okay. I'm hanging in there, Steve. Thank you for having me.
Well, this is, I disclose when we're connected to some underwriter or sponsor what we're doing. If they're supporting a particular cause or whatever, we'll disclose it. But I need to disclose that, and I said this to Jenn Sherman before we get on, that my wife Jenn and I have been riding to Jenn Sherman from day one. And along with countless others, she has helped us get through. We're taping on September the 2nd, helped us get through the last 6 months, I'm sure beyond. I'm sorry for going on, Jenn. Make it personal, because you've talked about the struggle and the challenges for you as well.
Yeah, the insanity of the last 6 months. So we just had a moment off air where I said to you, you thanked me for helping get you through the last 6 months. And I said, listen, I know what you're feeling and I know what you mean, because I've been riding for my own sanity with my teammates for the last 6 months as well. I didn't have a bike before COVID, as crazy as that sounds to people. Look at your expression. I didn't have a bike. I don't know why I didn't have a bike. It's not even—
your home?
I never had a bike in my house. I know it's crazy, but it was sort of like, I don't need a bike. That's my job. You know, I can review all the footage I need, like from my room. I don't want a bike. And then I got the damn bike, and I haven't been off the bike. I don't take my own classes. I don't like to watch myself back. I don't like to listen to myself. I don't like to do that, but I have been relying on my amazing teammates to get me through this as well. Because it's just been necessary, you know. I've needed it.
Some background on Jenn Sherman. By the way, I was on Jenn's, this won't all be about my riding with Jenn, I promise. But I remember Jenn's last ride from her home.
Yeah.
Because they opened up a studio, and then they were in their home, and now you're back in the studio, correct? With nobody in there, right?
No riders.
Nobody's in that class. But I remember Jenn was thanking her team, and so I want to make sure that I thank all of our team behind the scenes. They're extraordinary, because we would not, with our partners in public broadcasting, be able to do this. That being said, Jenn, you're born and raised in New Jersey.
That's right.
You're a proud Jersey girl.
Oh, I'm so proud.
You love Springsteen.
I do love Springsteen.
Even though Billy Joel's from out on Long Island, you play him a lot as well, right? You love music, which is a huge part of who you are and what you do. Talk about it.
Yeah, you know, the music is a huge part. I joke and I kid and I say, it's not even about the work on the bike, it's about the damn music for me. But I'm not really supposed to say that, Steve. I fell in love with indoor cycling over a decade ago, more than that, because I found an instructor who had a similar taste in music as I did. And so I would clip into a bike in that room, and that playlist would start, and I would just get lost. You know what I'm saying? I always say there are a lot of workouts out there. You know, most you know, classes, fitness classes that you take, there's some music playing in the background, but it is not nearly as critical in any other workout as it is in indoor cycling. The music and the playlist is a journey, and it's a story, and it's really important to me, and I'm a psychopath about it, and I take it really seriously. Every playlist to me is like a creation. It's my way to express myself, and it's a way to take you and my loyal riders on a journey. It's an escape. It's always been an escape. But in the last—
I'm sorry for interrupting. Go ahead, finish your point.
But in the last 6 months, man, knowing that we've all needed this escape more than ever. So the playlist is everything. Music is my life, and I've been a music fan as long as I can remember, literally.
Let me make this connection. One of my favorite interviews that we did when we were in the studio, when I promise we'll be back in our studio at 66 in Broadway at WNET, the Tisch WNET studio. One of my favorite interviews there was with Beth Stern, Howard Stern's wife, Beth.
Okay.
And we listen to Howard, and he is the best, as anyone who listens knows. He's the best broadcaster. I've best interviewer as well. He writes to you, I think Beth does as well. His obsession with you, it's a healthy one, I know, but what has that done for you?
Well, just—
and what does it mean to you?
Yeah, just a little bit of background. You probably have heard me talk about this. You may know this, but for your listeners who don't know it, I am a 30+ year Howard Stern devoted listener.
Same here.
Right. So I am a super fan, as they call us. I found out early on that Howard was poking around and had some interest in getting a Peloton bike. And from that day on, that wasn't even public knowledge when I had first heard it. I was shaking in my boots, and I'll tell you why. long story short, he went on to get the bike, and it was very public because Howard discusses everything on the air. The day that he was going up to Peloton corporate offices to get a little private lesson on how to use the bike and all that stuff, he talked about it on the air earlier that day. So I had heard that Howard Stern was interested in getting a bike, and then it was confirmed to me that he did indeed get the bike, and I was a wreck. And I was a wreck because, well, obviously, you know, if you know Howard, you know why I was a wreck. But you know what, Steve? So he loves me and he loves my classes, and that is still mind-blowing to me. It's mind-boggling to me. But I adore him so much. He has gotten me through so many hard days. He has been a part of my life going back to, I can't really say the NBC days, but certainly the beginning of the K-Rock days. You know, I've been listening. And so I was really just afraid that he would come across my class and hate it. And as much as I'm a big girl and I can take punches and I can take criticism, for my hero, I mean, I've got Springsteen and I've got Howard. They're like, those two are everything to me. And so if Howard was to have taken a ride of mine and not liked it or said bad things, it would have been crushing to me. And so it didn't happen that way. It's, as I say, it's mind-blowing that he's loving my rides. But most important, he loves the bike, which is incredible.
And by the way, by way of background, check out our interview with Mr. Foley, John Foley, who is the founder, co-founder of Peloton. And by the way, why do you make a point of saying you're, quote, the oldest instructor? Why do you do that?
You know, I got to stop doing that.
Stop doing that, because first of all, people think you're lying. And when you say your age, you know, I would hope that people think I'm lying, but they know I'm not. You say you're 50, like, why do that?
You know what? I guess it's my own insecurities why I do that, because I am as real as they come, Steve, and you know it.
That is true.
That's how I feel about it. I am the oldest instructor, and I know I'm proud of it. I am proud of it. But I think it makes me feel insecure at times. My co-instructors, who I love and adore, some of them are literally half my age. Alex Toussaint will refer to me regularly as his second mom.
Alex is tough.
He is tough, and he's the best, by the way.
He is the best.
Yes, he's such a good soul. But
is it a family, Jen? I know we're going over time, but I just want to keep talking to Jen. To what degree, because so much of it is personal, and you talk about each other in such a positive way, in a collegial way, even in these remote days, or being remote, does it feel like a family, Peloton?
Oh, it is a family. It is my second family. Here's what I'll say. Peloton, as you know, has grown exponentially. What's gone on over the last 6 to 7 years is mind-blowing, but we are the only ones that know what this feels like. You know, I am a suburban mom of now teenagers. I was teaching rides 6 years ago at Peloton and running back to get my ass on carpool line, you know, picking up, driving to and from the soccer field. I wasn't made of being, I'm not from an entertainment background. I was never a professional dancer. A lot
of your colleagues have that background.
A lot of my colleagues have it, and good for them. You know, I showed up like knocking on Foley's door, like, hi, I love indoor cycling. I'm really good at this. I make a good playlist. And you know, we had a great first conversation. I mean, the Foley story is now legendary and one that I'm really proud of. But can I just say right here, right now, though, I got to throw it in how much I adore John Foley. What a genius he is.
Because
he is, not only is he brilliant, but a lot of people, you know, a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of people that are out to conquer the world, they have a similar style in the way that they treat others. It's like hardcore and it's cutthroat. And for a lot of people, that might be the only way to succeed. John Foley is the absolute antithesis of that. He is a family man, and I'm not just talking about his 2 kids and his wife. We are his family. He treats us like family. He's just such a good dude. I love him. I adore him. And I thank him all the time, still 7 years in, for giving me this opportunity, because this, you know, this story for me is just, it's an amazing story for someone that was looking for a second career because my kids were growing up and I wanted something to do. To be a part of this journey has been wild, a wild ride.
Well, let me do this. First of all, I'm going to remind folks, go to steveadubato.org and check out the Foley interview, John Foley. It is exceptional. And I don't know him, obviously, the way Jen does, but he gave us that sense. Jen, before I let you go, I just want to say this to you. Much of what we do talks about the impact of COVID. in so many ways, on businesses, not-for-profits, healthcare, et cetera, et cetera. But the emotional and mental health issues that are so real, that people need help in dealing with, all of us do. I'll repeat myself. I don't think you'll ever know or ever realize the true impact that you and your colleagues are having. And by the way, if someone finds another, we don't want to promote Peloton in this way, but if you find another way to do it, go for it. Just for me, for my wife, for our family, Jenn Sherman and her colleagues have made all the difference. So just thanks, Jenn. I don't want to go on. I'm blathering on.
That's awesome. Thank you, Steve. You know, these kinds of words, these kinds of messages that I've been receiving the last 6 months, they are so moving. They are so telling. It is so real. And I get it because I'm telling you, I have my breakdowns. I've had many over the last 6 months, right? Trying to navigate and figure out this crazy new world we're in at the moment. You know, children in the house, school, sending my kid back to college. You know, I love being a Peloton instructor, but I'm a mom and a family person first. And so I get the emotions of what all these people are experiencing, including yourself. I'm in it with you, my friend. I'm in it with you. I'm going to clip in a couple hours and take Hannah Frankson's carnival ride because I need to blow off some steam. So
Hannah's awesome as well. Hey, listen, Jenn, thank you. I look forward to seeing you on the bike. If you can't see us, we can see you. And wish you and your family all the best.
Great job on that Gary Vee interview, by the way. I'm a huge fan of Gary's and loved every word of that. Thank you for that.
Thanks so much, Jenn. That's Jenn Sherman. I'm Steve Adubato. This is Uncut. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Ira Robbins. At Valley, we believe in helping our local neighborhoods and improving the lives of everyone we serve. We work hard every day to make a difference for our employees, clients, and communities. That's why we're proud to support the programming produced by the Caucus Educational Corporation.